absolutely outstanding conference. And it's not over yet. Some would say they've saved the best for last. Introducing to you who don't know, many of you do know Dr. Daryl Green already, but he is our presenter for this last session of the conference. He would be unhappy if I did not say he is a Louisiana boy. Yeah. He is raised and bred in the church. He is a Christian called by God. He's fulfilling his design call by God. He moved from working with the Department of Energy many years ago for over 20 years to being in academics, and he has a background in leadership. And he's here today to share with us from that background and give us some more insights into how we can work together as a team. So, without further ado, Dr. Green.
Well. Let's give it up to Estrelita Green, wife of 35 years. First of all, I am so honored and blessed to be at St. John Missionary Baptist Church. What a great church. I want to also thank Pastor Jemison, who's a visionary and a caring leader. Let's give him a hand. And I want to thank the leadership committee. I want to thank Reverend Johnson for giving me the opportunity. Here's what I want to let you know something. I've lived in 4 different states. I've lived in Louisiana, Washington State, I live in Tennessee, and we live in Oklahoma. I have never been around a church that has a leadership conference. Give yourself a hand. That's a big deal. I believe God has brought me here for such a time as this. I'll explain that later. Again, I want to also thank one of my colleagues, one of my professors, Professor Brian Francis. He's here. Give him a hand. So this leadership conference is very important. So I just want to give you a quote. It's a quote that I am using for the years. I mentioned I am the Langston University School of Business Dean. I've been there since last year. School has not had a dean for 2.5 years. So what I'm telling you is things that I've learned. God has caused me to grow. The 5 voices I use it to help me understand myself. But I'm going to start it with a quote. Albert Einstein. You cannot solve the problems with the same thinking that created it. And so in saying that, if St. John wants to elevate, they cannot do the same thing. So that's where I'm going. So I want to open the door, just keep it light a little bit, because I want to start with this table right here. And the first thing, well, I'll start with both. Well, let me start over here. Since you open it up, no, let's start here. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to ask this table.
That's all right.
If you, from the instructor, would you like a hug or a kiss? I just said, Professor Francis, bring them a hug and a kiss. Everyone in here gets a hug and a kiss. All right. What are you thinking about? What are you get yourself together? What are you thinking about? Give a hug. Everyone gets a hug and a kiss. I am a giver. We're gonna open it up, just trying to make it sweeter. Again, if I had more time, each of these topics, it would take a month to cover them at least. So I'm just gonna try to give you a highlight, an overview of what we've been talking about. Myron talked about psychological safety. So you got to have a team. You have to have a team that feels empowered to be open and tell a conversation. had Miss Johnson talked about voices. Again, I learned my voice. I did not know my voice after managing and leading so many years. Everyone has a primary voice, but you got to know your voice out of those 5 voices. And then what really, my homegirl really told me up. I'm just going to tell you. She told me up, as we say. This is what she said. Culture will eat strategy for breakfast. I had never heard that. And then we're talking about building for the future. Pastor Hall said something in his sermon I will never forget. It's changed my life. Just think about this. How many of you want to have a legacy that matters? Raise your hand, shame the devil, if you want to have a legacy that matters. But he just made a statement. The statement that he made, three generations later, they will not know your name. How many? I wanted to know my name. Know my name. Say my name. So that's again a little bit about myself. One of the key things, my wife has done a great job. Ashley's done a great job in introducing me. Just want to share some things, a little bit about me. So now, why in the world would you want to leave Oklahoma Baptist University? I was teaching there 7 years to come to Langston. Culture is totally different. So now I thought about that, and God showed me that 5 voices. You a pioneer. So I don't want confrontation, but if you gonna bring confrontation, we're gonna have some confrontation. Did not want that, but understanding I am primarily a pioneer. I am a connector, and I'm a creative, and you will see that come through. So that is one of the things that I want to mention about that. So I do believe understanding your calling is very important. One of the things I do now. So I retired when I was 50. 50 years old, I retired, and God allowed me to leave the Department of Energy and brought me to a place I did not know anybody. A little small school, Oklahoma Baptist University. Coming to Oklahoma, all I knew was OSU and OSU football. But God brought me here for such a time as this. We're going to change the state of Oklahoma and perhaps the world. And when I'm saying that, one of the things I want to mention about that, so now, when you retired, I'm doing what I really want to do, and I think God called me to do. He called me to lead. And so we do have created like 70 products, books, tapes, CDs, to help people solve problems. So if you have, one of these days, you always want to have a book and did not know how, see me. If you want to start your business, didn't know how, you can see me. If you really want to know how to do salsa or bachata, just don't ask me to do boots on the ground because I don't like line dances. But that's the thing. So we do believe in changing things, and leadership is my expertise. Leadership because I believe if we can improve the quality of our decision making, we can improve our life. And we need leaders. I'm going to let you know, I've had tons of managers. Good and bad. I've had few leaders in my life. Pastor Jemison is a leader. The reason I say that because when I first came to St. John's visiting, I had visited about 16 churches. And I did not, St. John's, big church. They say big church. It was a big church. And I never will forget when I came here, I said, I did not know he said, I'm the pastor. He took me around and gave me a tour. Well, a church this large, I was amazed. That matters. So that's where I'm built. That I think is very important to know who presenting. What are your people? Who are your people? What I think is important to know that. So introduction, I want to share this with you. When we talk about leadership, I have had a lot. I want to also mention, I do have some handouts. We have handouts for you guys. We have more time. We will go into the 17 indisputable laws. I'm going to give you the high points, the cliff notes. But I just want to share this with you, where I come from. So here's my story. When I was in Tennessee, I was over 20 years at this church. I served as the chairman of the deacon board several times. I was also a church leader. And before I got there, there was a young minister came up. It was a 500 members. The church was we call a family church. You got the Smiths, the Joneses, you know. They had a deacon board. They had all those things. And so I've seen the best and worst of churches in terms of leadership. So we had a young, fiery minister. He was a visionary. He was passionate. He was called. But however, that fire quickly clashed with the deacon board. Instead of collaboration, there was confrontation. Arguments replaced amens. Meetings turned into battlegrounds. I say hell-raising meetings. Fellowship became fractured. Every Sunday, as I would say, there was drama. It was a loving church. I mean, besides that, I know it's hard to believe, but it was a really loving church. But just when they got in their set ways, and what I did not know, a lot of the individuals, the majority of the church members were guardians. They were guardians, and so they're dealing with a pioneer or perhaps a creative. So that's where the conflict came across. So I'm going to have a question for you. I want you to. What if the church had paused? What if they had prayed together more? What if they had studied God's word more? What if they held a leadership conference like this? Learning how to work together instead of tearing each other down. So this is the experience that I'm bringing to this presentation. I got the scars. I got the wounds. So that is why I tell you today that leadership matters. So how do we get started? If we have, I would tell you right now, the 7 Indisputable Laws is something to read. Get a chance, don't cheat. John C. Maxwell is actually going to be in Oklahoma April 1st at OBU. Tickets are like $250. So, you know. Also, he has a book, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I would say to go ahead and check that out. So, as our dynamic presenter from New Orleans had already said, Ecclesiastes, you need 2. That makes a team. That's important. And that God has already given us the Great Commission, so we have a purpose. We have a purpose in life. So why does that matter? Why does that really matter? A divided church is a defeated church. A unified team can overcome any obstacles. And so that's why we're going to look at it's not the Bible, but there are certain principles. I would just tell you this. I would call this, being from Louisiana, so I'm going to call it cotton picking common sense. A lot of this stuff, I should have wrote the book. I mean, you know, I got people in my neighborhood could have wrote this book, 17, but we're going to go through those because this is what we're doing. But I'm just going to tell you this cotton picking common sense. So let's go through those. Let's go through these cotton picking common sense things. Okay, law 1. Law 1, the law of significance. So 1 is too small a number to achieve greatness. You need a team, okay? And we look at Moses. Moses had Aaron and Ur. The key point for that, no one can succeed alone in any ministry, okay? Law number 2, the law of the big picture. The goal is more important than the role. I know you head of this, you head of that, blah, 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 blah. But even Nehemiah, when he came, he didn't do it by himself. He had a team. So the thought is the mission. Can everybody say mission? Mission? The mission is greater than your personal agendas. Okay. All right. I hope that didn't step on somebody's toes. Okay. The law of the niche. A niche is a certain category. All players have a place that they can add value. Again, understanding your voice, but understanding your gifts. Again, St. John does a great opportunities when they talk about the gifts. The body of Christ, every person has a role. Pastor Jemison hit that when he talked about Romans 12. Law 4, the law of Mount Everest. As challenges escalate, the need for teamwork elevates. So you need a lot of things going on, a lot of challenges. You need an effective team. Again, Joshua leading Israel into battle is an important thing. So having a big vision requires that you have a strong team to be successful. Law number 5, the law of the chain. I'm going to pick on some people. Okay. The strength of the team is impacted by the weakest link. How many of you in an organization, you got some weak links? Raise your hand if you got some weak links. I got it. Anybody? Any weak links? You know, I hope you're not the weak link, but I'm just saying the weak link. Okay, because your partner could be talking about, they be talking about you. So it's important to understand that. Again, when you're dealing with a weak link, it can impact you. As we see H-Cham, he held some spoils in war. I mean, it destroyed their family. But it hurt Israel because they didn't understand. John said, man, God, we've done everything you're doing. I don't understand why we didn't win that war. It's because you had the weak link. Weak leadership affects the whole team. Law number 6, the law of the catalyst. So that's the person that I call a change agent. You need people who can stir things up in a positive way. Again, Deborah's example. Teams needs proactive, faithful, driven leaders. So you can't be sitting on your laws. Is that what they say? Laws. You can't sit on those. The law of compass. Compass is your vision. Without a vision, the people perish. So Abraham trusted God. And a clear vision unites a church. Law number 8. Oh man. The law of the big apple, the bad apple. A rotten egg, a rotten apple. What does a rotten apple do? Raise your hand if you know some rotten apples in your ministry. Okay, I'm sorry at your house. I'm sorry at your organization. I'm sorry, never mind. Okay, Judas Iscariot, we know the impacts because the disciples, Judas was there. And so, anybody know any negative people? Yeah, they will destroy your team. That's what I'm saying. That's a confrontation. How long do you let negativity in your organization? I'm saying if you are avoiders, I just think at some point you have to deal with it. Some people just try to ignore it, hope it'll go away. You know, we believe God can do anything, but I'm just saying sometimes you got to get rid of some of those folks. The law of accountability, team. So you have to have people that's accountable. Everyone needs to be accountable. Amen? Amen. Thumbs up if you think everybody needs to be. We need to have people be accountable, okay? The law of the price tag. Counting the cost. You don't go into a war without counting the cost. And I think a lot of times you want to be in the ministry. You knew you were going to usher. You know you had to usher every Sunday. Now you're not showing up. I'm just saying you have to count the cost. If you're in the ministry and you're expected to do things, we need the accountability is important. We need to count the cost in terms of doing that. All right, law 11, the law of the scorecard goes back to what Sister Hall was saying, collecting data. You need to be tracking your results. The law of the bench, you need to start. The Thunder, anybody watch the Thunder? The Thunder, the reason why the Thunder number 1, they have a deep bench. So you need to, at the church, you can't have Sister Betty, she's a cook. She's a secretary. I mean, she's singing, she's teaching the choir. I mean, she's doing Sunday school, and you need a deep bench. So we need to be growing that. Okay, Barnabas had Paul in terms of that. Moving on, we're close. The law of identity, shared values, define the team. That goes back to what we talked about. I think Sister Hall mentioned that. We got to have shared values. We got to all be on the same card. And that's one of the things that fall. The law of communications, interactions, fuels, actions. Believe it or not, when I was in Knoxville having some work done, and they were putting in an HVAC system, and they had a team of like 3 people, and they said, one of the guys said, well, I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them. And that was getting done. They not talking. You got the plumber not talking to the electrician. That's nothing getting done. So that's why communication is very important. It causes confusion. All right. The law of the edge. The difference between 2 equally talented teams is leadership. You look at different churches. While some churches thriving and some churches surviving and some churches are dying, it's leadership. It all boils down to leadership. Having effective leadership counts. Number 16, the law of high morals. When you're winning, nothing hurts. When you're winning, people don't, you can have bad attitudes, but when you're winning, things coming together, you're liking each other, the chemistry's good. Success builds motivation and energy. That's important. And our last one before we do, how we doing on time? Oh, man, I know. I've been practicing on this. I practiced last night on that. I practiced. I got to get this, okay? Because I want us to have time to ask questions, okay? This is Law 17, the law of dividends. Investing in the team compounds over time. So this is why I say the church is separate than most churches. They've invested in leadership training. And here's what, when I'm looking at Langston, St. John is my model of what we got to do. The culture is, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it excellent. You're not going to be wasting time. And I think that's important in terms we got to invest in our people. We got to build our leaders, okay? All right. Give me a chance to catch my breath. Whew. Man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Y'all, forgive me. So, on your table, there are what we say, there are numbers, and I want each one to be in a team. So y'all, as the old folks say, if you got spaces like this, the ones that didn't want to let me to kiss them or give them a hug. So as we say in the trade, if you got spaces like that's number 20, as we say in the trade, I want you to scoot over so y'all can be a team, okay? And so here's the we have a little exercise I want you guys to work on. Here's the exercise. Okay, you ready? Are we ready? Pay off? Are we good? Okay, so we should have tables, and we're gonna so listen to this. This is how we increase time. All right, check this out. So now, each team needs to give us their solution, and I want you to give me 3 takeaways from this session that you had with me. Give me your solution. I want you to use pick any of those laws. You look on the back of the sheet. I have all 17 laws. I want you to use 3 of those laws in solving your problems. Hey, wait. Hold on. Move fast. Slow. Okay, listen up. So when you make a presentation, Professor Francis is going to be timing you. So this is what we call rapid fire. I mean, this is not like a funeral where you giving it says 2 minutes and you're doing 6. What I'm saying, 60 seconds. You got 60 seconds to make your point. So you're gonna offer a solution. You're gonna get in your team. You're gonna talk about the solution. You're going to give me 3 laws that you can inject in there, and you're going to give us a solution. You're going to give me 3 takeaways from the lecture. Amen. Do we understand? All right, now listen up. Okay, so this is going to be hard, okay? So here we go. So here's the exercise. So you know you're in trouble. Here's the title of the exercise. The church in crisis. Lord have mercy, this is going to be hard. You only got 10 minutes to get this done. Okay, we're going to go through this quick. Okay, here's the scenario. Okay, in 2025, that's this year, the story of Greater Hope Missionary Baptist Church. Now, I'm not talking about any church in this state, so don't be going telling. I'm talking about telling their business. But it's the story of Greater Hope Baptist Church. Here we go. In 2025, the church has been without a pastor for over a year. All right, now, deacons, don't take this personal. The deacons kept the church going, inviting guest ministers each Sunday. You know, y'all seen people do that. In 2027, so we've gone 2 years, they hired Louisiana. They hired Pastor Johnson, a seasoned leader from outside the area. Initially, things were going well. Yep, that's the honeymoon. The church grew in numbers, ministry expanded, and finances remained stable, despite some tensions between the deacons and the new pastor. Okay, crisis. A pandemic in 2030. The unthinkable happens, a global pandemic. Yeah, it happened just in 2022. The entire nation shuts down, no person in service, businesses closed, and the financial struggles hit hard. All right, church. Donations drop by 50%. Should be worried. People lose their jobs and cannot give as much as that before. So that 7 ways to give, maybe they only give like one. The church mortgage, the staff salaries, the outreach programs were in jeopardy. Pastor Johnson and the deacons disagree. The pastor wants to move entirely online and focus on virtual outreach. Okay. The deacons want to reopen quickly, believing in-person worship was the only way to survive. The congregation was divided, with some members blaming the leadership for mismanaging the finances. Tensions escalate. Some families stop attending. Others demand accountability. You know how y'all get church meetings. And there are even talks of closing the doors. Okay, each team will see, so you got the scenario. You got 10 minutes to develop a solution using 3 of the Maxwell 7 laws of teamwork. One person represent. You got 30 seconds to highlight it. And give me 3 takeaways what you got from it. So go, let's get started. Go. Talk about it. The church is in trouble. What time we got?
Time. I'm going to let you know what 10 minutes.
Okay.
We got 20 minutes or more to finish.
Oh, well, we're good. We're going to tear this up. Well, we're good.
So look for me. I'll tell you when you're 10 minutes.
That's good.
I'm going to give you a 5-minute mark. You can let them know.
Oh, we ready to roll. I'm good.
You is a mess.
Huh?
You is a mess.
So,
You a mess.
I like clouding. I don't get in trouble.
We know it.
Huh?
We know it.
Nice.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, it is. You got.
You is a mess.
It's about having fun. Sister Francis, get in there with them. Yeah, let's get them ladies some help. All right.
Brother Green,
Yes, ma'am.
we're confused on which one we're supposed to do. We got table 19.
Oh, yeah, just get together. And so you got the scenario. You got it. So I'm asking you, what is the solution, and how would 3 of those, pick 3 of those things you can intact the solution. Like you might say, fire the pastor, or fire the deacons, and use 3 of those. Use 3 of those things. Incorporate that, and then give me 3 takeaways. What do you got out of this presentation? What do you get 3 takeaways? Y'all understand what's going on? I just want to make sure. I need to put y'all in timeout. What I need to do?
No, you eating up about 10 minutes.
Y'all got.
You want us to give you the number?
Yeah,
3
3 things that you can include the solution. Yeah. Y'all need help? Pick number C. C. Is that answer C? Pick number C.
We don't have a seat.
No, you just gotta come up with a solution. So what be? I'll give you a solution. Fire the pastor, fire the deacons. I don't know. Start over again. That's one answer. And then what 3 of those? What 3 things so you can incorporate a solution? Like, working together, team, pick 3 of those to kind of incorporate the solution. In the solution that we have, we came with this solution that's focused on 1, 2, and 3, and then be done. And give me 3 takeaways. 3 takeaways that you got from this presentation today. There you go. Y'all good? Do I need to get tutors? Y'all need tutors?
No,
y'all good? Oh, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all the A student. I'm sorry. Forget it. Y'all got it. Good.
most churches.
Yes. No. The church can close if they don't get this thing together. Okay. It has the opportunity to close.
That's a risk.
That is a risk. Yes.
So we can only use 3 of these, right?
You can use as many as you want to. I'm just saying at least 3.
At least 3.
At 3. How we doing? Oh, let me tell him.
That's just a 5-minute mark.
Okay. Yeah.
How many laws?
I mean, you can do more as you want to. I just say at least 3.
That's
Yeah, y'all got it? Yeah, this is smart. I said you can do more than 3. I'm just saying at least 3.
At least 3.
At least 3. I mean, y'all can do all 17. I know y'all roll like that. I mean, if you forget what I said. Y'all need some help? Y'all good?
Are we figuring out what they need to work together?
Yeah.
But we're pretending like what happened.
Oh,
We went into the shutdown of the church.
Okay.
Total shutdown. So first thing, somebody, I don't know, I guess Pastor Jim did communication to call in the deacons and everybody.
Good.
And once
Good.
they get that,
Good. Well, y'all got the answer. Go ahead. Don't stop. Don't let me stop it. Boy, I can't wait. Boy, they got all these smart people. I can't wait till this ends. Y'all got it? Man, great job, man. Are we good? Are we going to shut the church down? Are we going to turn? Are we going to turn it into a mall? Yeah, y'all good?
we think so.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you kind of ask us to choose.
No, well, I'm asking you to come up with a solution and incorporate at least 3 of those laws. You can do more than 3. Just say we got this solution. We're gonna fire the pastor. We're gonna fire the deacons, and we're gonna go to temporary services and rent a pastor or whatever. But I'm just saying you can come up with that. Well, you know what? I'm glad I'm volunteering. They getting paid for this. Ooh, y'all got me scared. Y'all thinking too much harder than this. Well,
Great job. We have a good example. That was our pandemic.
okay. Yeah. Boy. All right. Now, y'all better not make. Let me tell you something. Let me doggone it. Am I cussing? Let me cuss holy. Doggone it. Dash blasted. Y'all ninjas better not to make me embarrassed because y'all from Louisiana. Y'all better come up. Y'all answers better be better than everybody else. You know what's wrong? Y'all didn't want to be in the team. Y'all figuring out y'all just y'all celebrating. Y'all having this little.
No, just trying to.
You can get in the group. Y'all want to get in the group? Just I ain't gonna call on you. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm just trying to.
What we gotta do? Just.
No, I don't understand what we have to do.
Okay.
It's just I think it's a little more easier to read the scenario than kind of hearing it from somebody else.
That's
But,
good.
You know,
That's good. You good?
I did intake.
Okay.
bullshit.
Oh no, he coming up with a scenario. Just come up with a solution. Ain't gotta be perfect. I don't think I'm calling on y'all for y'all. No, it's a solution. But like I say, how would say for instance, we all got to work. We got to all communicate. That might be law number 5. So you want to enroll in at least 3 of them when you communicate. All right, how we doing? Do I need to? Do we need to go?
It's going really well.
Well, I'm glad I didn't ask you a question. Hey, you know what? I need to go back to school. Your question is hard. You must be a manager. Are you a manager? You managing stuff. You can't be. You're a plant. You sound like a plant. You sound like a. All right, we good. Woo.
Hey, we ready. Come on. Give me the microphone.
We ready?
What's showing? Is something showing?
That's not
I thought my stuff. I wasn't tightening it in. I didn't want my. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Why they put you last and not give you enough time as opposed to?
Because I'm the help. I'm the janitor. No. So what it is, when I get finished, they need some big bucks, and so they want me to help clean up, and that's a good way to do that. Just saying, I'm being authentic. Do you see my nose now? I'm being authentic.
I don't feel safe around here.
I don't feel
There's something about you.
But I'm being authentic. My nose not growing. I'm just saying. They needed a big buck, and they said, well, let's get Daryl.
Where's your wife? Because you need some help.
Are we good? Huh? They got 3 minutes. You gonna tell them? Man, you get my best angle. Can I get some dreads? Man, can we do something with technology? I mean, you're working the machine. Can I not get dreads? Can you not crop?
What you see is what you get.
He got the technology. I see they having Trump doing the boots on the ground. Trump and Biden. Can they not have me with the dreads?
1 minute.
All right. And we got 10 minutes after that? I got 10. Okay, good. All right, let's start wrapping this up. We got to go home. Is a basketball game on today or is it football? Oh, I'm sorry, football game is over. Okay. All right. Let's wrap it up. 30 seconds. So here's what we're going to do. Check this out. Pardon me. Excuse me. Hello. Oh, listen up. So we have 26 teams in this building. We're going to be here all night if we do that. So Professor Francis, thanks to him, I have some random selections. I'm going to ask 8 teams to present. Then once we get finished, anyone else wants to contribute, and then we're going to take questions. I want to take questions. I love taking questions. Okay, here we go. I'm a professor. All right, team 3, you up? Okay, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. You gotta raise your hand if you elementary school, kindergarten. Anybody raise your hand if you passed kindergarten. Kindergarten, you gotta follow directions. Okay, let's follow directions. Okay, you only get Professor Francis. Are you timing this? They got 60 seconds. Can you get your time out? All right, here you go. Team 3, I want the person to stand up and give us 60 seconds, not church seconds. 60 seconds, like in business. Team 3. Oh, where was the microphone? Do I have to give up a microphone? Where you at, Team 3? Did you leave? The Team 3 dropped the class. Team 3, stand up. Where you at, Team 3? All right, stand up, Team 3. Oh, they're over here. Give us your name and then go. Give me your 60 seconds. I want everybody to know who your name is.
Okay, my name is Donna.
Hey, hold on. Can we stop some? Listen. Shh. I cannot hear. I'm old. Go ahead. Let's get started.
Yes, my name is Donna Armstrong.
Okay.
The issue that you were speaking of.
Yes.
The church,
Yes.
Yes. Are the issues that it has because it cannot keep a minister or a pastor.
Okay.
And within the leadership, and the deacons are running the church.
Okay. Give us a solution.
The solution is going to be communication is one.
Okay.
Okay. Then you're going to have also 15.
Okay.
The law of the edge.
I like that.
Also, you have to look at the big picture, what's going on.
Okay, good deal.
Not just only 3 the issues you have here is going to solve that problem.
Okay.
There's a lot of problems.
Okay, good deal. And give me your one takeaway. Give me your one takeaway from this session. What did you learn? Give me one from the team. One thing.
Brainstorming communication with the team that we have to solve the issue that this church has, which it has a lot of issues.
Give it up to Team 3, y'all. Give it up, Team 3. Team 3 in the council. Okay. Next up, Team 7. Team 7. Where Team 7 at? All right. Give it up, Team 7. Deacon Perkins moved real fast, but he ran track in high school. He moved fast. Let's go with it. All right,
this is Team 7. My name is Charles Shepard. Okay. We decided since New Hope didn't have a pastor, and they were always bickering, having problems.
Okay.
We decided that, first off, we needed to figure out what the big picture was.
Okay.
Good job. Secondly, we needed to communicate with one another.
Good job.
To find out what we needed to do to fix this problem.
Okay.
Third, we needed to go with the law of the compass. What direction did we need to take to get this done so we can all be on one accord and to fix the problem we have?
Okay, good deal. Give me one takeaway you learned from this presentation.
Well, what I learned is the key is communication. We got to talk about something and we got to get it done. If we don't communicate, we're not going to get anywhere.
Hey, give it up to Team 7. Team 7, you did good. You're paying attention. Next up, Team 11. Team 11. All right, that sounds complicated. Okay, but I'll take it. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. I guess that'll work.
All right, we looked at the...
Say your name and your team.
My name is Gary Martin. I'm representing Team 10 and 11. We combined ourselves.
Okay.
Again, we first of all looked at the law of the big picture. What was the whole goal of the church in the first place? Is to bring souls to Christ and continue to keep those souls involved in the mission of the kingdom.
Okay.
Next, we looked at the law of the compass. This church obviously didn't have any direction. They were going in several different directions, but they needed to find a North Star in terms of what they needed to accomplish and able to continue the church in its goals. And then communication. Obviously, there was a lack of communication, but with that came accountability and keeping that church accountable.
Okay, good deal.
So basically, having said that, again, it's all about discipleship.
Takeaway. Give me
disciples for Christ.
Give me one takeaway from this session. Give me one takeaway from that you got from this.
That there was not enough time to really get into the nitty-gritty. But
what did you say? Who does that? Okay. All right, that was team 13. Team 13. Listen up. Man, was that a criticism? Was that a grenade? I'll take it personal. All right, I'm gonna take it personal. Okay, listen up. Introduce yourself.
As a challenge to escalate the need of the teamwork, so we all need to work together.
Okay.
We also looked at law number 11, which was adjustments. We had to make some adjustments.
Okay.
The church was closed.
Okay.
During the COVID experience.
Okay.
And we looked at number 9 when we said a house divided cannot stand.
Good.
And we looked at number 14, which was the law of communication. We all had to know where we stood.
Good deal.
And we had to know, number 7, we had to trust the vision. You said at first that the church was going, it was doing really well, and they trusted the pastor, then all of a sudden they started having problems. Okay. The giveaway we have on that is trust the vision.
Okay, say your name and give me one takeaway.
Lamont Gray.
Takeaway, give me one takeaway that you got from this presentation.
Trust the vision.
Give it up for them. Team 18. Did Team 18 drop the class? 18. Is Team 18 did I miss a number? All right, go ahead. Give her the mic. Give her not to drop the mic. Give her the mic. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so.
Say your name, and then go start.
Okay.
Ooh.
The goal, so the law of the big picture, the goal is the survival of the church. The church must survive. It must absolutely survive. Okay. And what we decided was with law number 4, the law of as the challenge escalates, the need for teamwork elevates. So we decided individual teams addressing specific issues, and then each team collaborates for the big picture. Okay. The third one is use all means of communication to get in touch with the membership, 7 ways to communicate.
Good deal. And it makes sense. Give me one takeaway.
Takeaway is teamwork, not taking things personal. Keeping in touch with the goal to
give it up for that team. That was 18, 21. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Jesus. We got the answer. That's team 21. Team 20 is team 24 here. We got team 24. Okay, 20. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're team 20, 21, and 23.
Okay.
My name is Reverend Lowndes. We had a wonderful discussion about what the church should do. Okay. One of the things that our teams pointed out was we've been here before. And so dealing with a global pandemic, one of the ideas was that we look back to the model that St. John did when they were dealing with COVID. But together we had item 4, 11, 12, and 14. And item 4 is, sorry, I'm getting a little age, the law of Mount Everest. We need to, we need to elevate elevate to the challenge. And then we have 11, the law of the scorecard. In order to know which way the individuals need to go, they need to take an accountability and see what's happening. We also had 12 and 14, which is the law of the bench. You need some people that are being trained to handle the situation.
One takeaway. Leave us with one takeaway. One takeaway from this presentation.
The major takeaway is that there's more than one way to skin a cat.
All right, give it up for team. All right, now last team is team 25. We'll take. That's it. Okay, listen up.